Hey guys, so I decided to do a little video, hopefully on more homesteading this time. We're going to talk about some things you could be doing right now to prepare for winter. This is my tractor. This is a small tractor. This has a belly mower that I cut hay with. Does it cut real hay? No, it cuts chopped up little tiny pieces of grass. But what is hay? Grass. So that's what I want you to keep in mind. If you have a mower, you can put up your own hay. So let me show you what I just did. And this pulls behind the tractor and gets leaves up. It's a leaf rake. As you can see, we're tractor poor. Tractor poor. Tractor poor. Just saying. Tractor poor. Alright, so I'm coming out here where I just cut some grass. And I'm going to show you a couple things. We have a big pile of marble over here, marble chips, so we take and put that around the fire pit and the pathways and things like that. And we have some other stuff not so neatly stacked up out here, but it's out here. Alright, so grass clippings. As you can see, these just got cut. And this can be fed to rabbits as is. It can be fed to other animals that eat grass. But I let it dry. My rabbits get this occasionally, but they also get weeds. What I want is this. Let me show you. This is dry. This I will come through and pick up for winter and store to either feed or put in nest boxes. This is what I use as hay. Now, let me grab a piece of this and walk you over here because Mark got a new piece of equipment. He got a hay mower. Let me come show you the hay mower. It's an old one. That's okay. It'll do what we need it to do. Mark's still got some learning to do on it. But you can see it coming up in the picture here. And y'all, ignore these the green tractors. We like red. Don't know why we have so much green around here. But we got a new hay mower. Okay? So this has blades down at the ground level. And it goes through and it just lays the grass down, unlike what a mowing deck does, and chopping it up into fine pieces. Let me show you some hay that Mark just cut. So this here is still green. It's not dry yet, as you can see. But look at the difference. This is tiny little pieces. This is bigger pieces. This is what we're going to use this year to feed goats and stuff. Guys, look out here. Mark just cut all this. I'm excited. We're going to have hay. I'm not going to have to buy it. Look at this. It's awesome. Because what is hay? Grass. Now, this is Bahia, Johnson, whatever other type of grass we got out here. And it's just same thing as hay. And we just cut it. We're letting it dry. This little section was Mark's test run the other day, and it's already dried. But this section he just cut along with out there in the big field. So, like I said, I'm excited. We will be cutting some hay. What else we got going on around here? Well, let me see if I can show you some of the stuff that we got going on around here. We got gravel pile. We got dirt pile. I gotta take and spread that dirt out. And the gravel pile, I gotta kill the weeds. But what else have we got going on? Well, we got bush hogs. We got fencing. Y'all know what that means. That means we got work coming up. Yeah, we got a lot of work coming up because we're fixing to fence in stuff. So, yeah. I got a milk stand I'm trying to make out of an old garbage can holder. The concept is there, but it's just not working yet. Let me see if I can get you down here to it. I've built a floor for it. I've got to figure out how to attach the head bars, which is what one of these is. And then this one is for this also. So it's the head catch basically. I'm not a welder, so I've got to figure out how to attach all this and attach a crossbar to have it hold a food bowl to where I can get her up on there and milk her. It's in progress. It's getting closer, but we're getting there. All right, what else have we got? Oh, let me tell you, electric netting. This is awesome stuff. These goats love it, and if you have this netting, this is a twist butler, and it rolls that netting up. I can take the fence down and put the fence up by myself. It's awesome. All right, let me give you some goats over here. Y'all, look at all this. They have cleared all of this. We are working on bringing all this down and burning. Technically can't burn at the moment though, but look at this. All the way back there to that chair was one goat fence. Yeah, they have cleared it up. I mean, they are doing awesome. And I just showed this yesterday, but this, I had to go in here and already cut stuff down for them because they have cleared it so much. Hey, Hazel. What's your babies doing in here, Mama? Yep. What's up, Hazel? Rowdy and Rudy. Yep. Maybe we'll get some goat annex to show you, but I doubt it. It's getting bedtime. What you doing, Hazel? Nah. Yeah? You just gonna stand there and look at me, huh? Oh, you're going back to eating, I see. Sorry about that. I had to pull something out of there real quick. Goats cannot have trumpet vine, or as a lot of people call it, cow itch. So I saw a piece and I pulled that out. Hey, Hazel. Hey, Mama. Hey. You gonna let me pet you today? All right. You must be Rudy, because you're my sweet boy. And that must be Rowdy back there. Which, by the way, if anybody's interested in a pair of wethers or a single wether, which means fixed goat, let me know. So this will be the next section of fence right here. You can see where I've already started putting the cattle panel through there, and then we'll take the electric netting around that entire area. The cattle panel works for getting through there without having stuff touching the fence, and we make it 2 cattle panels deep. That way I get through to the other side, because the other side is actually clear. There's like an old road bed and an old creek type thing back there, so we're just, you know, trying to clean up all that. So what have we got here? We have persimmons, guys. Look here. I got persimmons. They are not ripe yet. Of course, the deer will probably get them before we do. Ooh, looky there. There's a couple that's trying to turn. Yep. They'll turn orange when they're ready. Alright, so we got persimmons. So let's go up here and see what else we got going on. Again, this is mowed grass, and I just come out here and flip it and let it dry. But I got a lot of that, as you can see. Saw some fire starters and stuff like that. This is the start of October burn pit. We're probably gonna have a nice little bonfire out here one night. So yeah. So in addition to the hay cutter, you have to have a rake. Well, guess what? We got a little rake. So we are in the business to do hay. Now, do I have a baler? I do not have a baler yet. Anybody knows of a good little baler, cheap, let us know, because we are looking. We have pecan trees. That's another pecan tree, and we got bagworms. I need to cut those branches out and burn them. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pecan trees out here. Got a hickory nut tree right here by the rabbit barn. Got hickories out there in the woods and everything. So yeah, some things that we have coming up. We are going to build off of the back of the pink house here a hay barn to house some stuff and keep it out of weather, and so on and so forth. So right there is where we're going to have that. This is going to become a quail pen, and I think it's probably going to be stationary. I still got to figure out some of the specifics of it, of how I'm going to do it. But a lot of this stuff back here is pretty much garbage. As you can see, that is an old rabbit pen, and it is fallen in. We are working on taking all of those and taking the wood off and the metal off, and taking care of them, getting rid of the wood, burning it, and doing something else with the wire. So we have fenced in the chicken yard. I know y'all probably have not seen that. When we got out here with the goats, we figured out that, well, goats like to eat everything. So we quickly fenced in an area for the fruit trees and stuff that we had planted, because we have 3 fig trees in this side, along with 2 pawpaws over there, that we did not want the goats to eat. Now, what else have I done today? Well, recently. We have been rebuilding the coops, putting new netting on them and stuff like that. Just got this one up today, and just to show you how easy it is to do. Now, this is my style, and this is not predator proof by no means, because we're using plastic deer netting to cover the holes. If you have a predator problem, then you would probably want to use chicken wire or something like that across this thing. But I have in the ground a piece of rebar at both ends of these cattle panels. There's one there and one there. So we have six cattle panels, and each one of them have 2 pieces of rebar on both sides. And what I do is I lay the cattle panel out flat. I get in the middle of it, I put these pieces of rebar in, and then I arch it up to where I can do it myself. And then once I get it stood up, I take the next one, and we zip tie the joints, as you can see right through there. That's where all the joints have been zip tied. Each hoop house takes a half of a cattle panel as a gate for the front and the back. And as you can see, we have, made it a full gate up here. So this is one panel covering both of these hoop houses, and then the last one is a cattle panel we have cut in half. Now, this one actually did not get cut in half, so I had to makeshift a door. But this one is also not finished yet, so we are still working on this. What do we have in here? Well, this one again is not done, and it's got an old swing in here, but it's got netting all over it. It's got a roost. Y'all want to know what a hardwood is? Go on, thank you. This is privet. Back there in the woods, we have been clearing out and cutting down a lot of the privet, and that makes a very hard wood. So here we go. We have a roosting pole made from privet and old log type stuff. Then we have our nest boxes. Yep. We have fresh air coming through, but we also have a tarp covering for the rain. Now, our chickens do not care about the rain. They sleep on top of these coops and in a tree right now. This is the Coryza crew. Coryza, if you don't know what that is, you might want to look it up. Right now, we have a closed flock. Nothing comes in, nothing comes out of this section over here. And I do not go between the two sets of chickens so that we don't spread it. So to show what a coop finished looks like, we have this big, huge 15-gallon water holder. We have PVC pipe with water cups inside there. And yes, I know I need to clean them out, but it's a work in progress. Every day is something else here. It just comes out the bottom there, as you can see, and it has an elbow and goes out to all the cups. There's a cap at the end where I can flush it out. Feed. We have cat litter buckets. I'm sure you know somebody that has cat litter. So we cut a hole in the front, put a 90-degree elbow in there, and we fill that up with half of a bag of feed. We buy a 50-pound bag of feed. It holds 25 pounds. And there you go. We have 2 of them sitting in here. That way we can go on vacation or whatever, and the chickens are fine. Now, do we totally ignore the chickens while we're on vacation? We do not. We have my daughter to come over and check on them and everything. So, just saying. We can go for vacation. That's the plan of this. And then there's another one out here in the yard. Same principle. Comes off. Has cups at the PVC line there. And voila, you know. So, 3 fig trees. We got Mr. Tom in here. Let me see if I can get Mr. Tom on the camera. Hey, Mr. Tom. Tom's turkey. He's the resident turkey. He's not one of the 7 that we just got that were males. Now, we also have this outside area. As you can see, we have more feed buckets in here because those are not prepared for them yet. But these feed buckets will move into these coops eventually. But they're out here exposed, so they got rain covering. Nest boxes. I have not gathered eggs yet. But look here. Remember me saying grass clippings? Yep. Grass clippings in here. Old hay from winter, which was grass clippings. And then some old hay that got wet that I can't feed. There we go. Golf balls to make them use the nests. This is double-sided. Old hay. So there we go. Got another piece of privet that I'm going to trim up and use for a roost again. But in general, there we go. The idea will be to use this instead of the 15-gallon drums, but this is what we got right now. Okay? Alright, so let's go over here. Yes, everything's a work in progress at the moment. Ooh, I need to put my tools up. We have a storage area right now. This was when the goats were in the front yard and stuff, but this was where I kept their feed and everything until we moved them down to the wood line. All it is 2 water totes with something in between them to hold up a tarp and keep it dry. There's a shelf in there where I had my goat supplies and stuff like that, and that is pieces of pallet that I just set the bale of hay on. Okay? This is my craft house. We are not even going to talk about the craft house right now, but this is where all the quilting and stuff like that, when it gets done in here. Let me see. It has not been in use because I haven't had time, but this is where the magic happens. And of course, there's no light on in here. Got 2 quilts in progress. Got more than 2 actually. But there we go. Because this is a quilt. This is a quilt. That's a quilt. There's a quilt in that box right there. There's quilts everywhere in here. So, quilting supplies. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This was somebody's dress. Got plenty of sewing machines so that I can teach people. Let me bring my speaker back in from outside today. And there we go, guys. Shutting the door on the craft room. Alright, I am going to have a little fire tonight probably. Mark is a Auburn fan. We had a friend give us this little fire pit, and he actually made it himself, and it even says War Eagle on it, so fixing to use it, I think. And I'm gonna clean up my mess, and we're gonna call it a night. Yep, we have tons of stuff everywhere. We are putting up fencing over here. Gonna fence in the house. Gonna fence down the road, and eventually all of that wood line will be cleaned up by goats, and all of the cane poles are for bean sticks. And this is where we are. Let me see if there's any figs on this tree, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Not seeing any figs. This is a cutting, actually, from his mom's tree. Oh, look at there. Most people's figs are done already, but this one is just getting started. Look at that. Might get a harvest this year. It would be nice. Not a lot of figs on there. They're just in that one spot, it looks like. Oh, nope, here's another. So, yeah. All right, guys, we're going to leave you with it. And we're working on cleaning up and rearranging. And this fence here will come down eventually. But for now, we made a fence, and they get let out into this big area, which is what the fence is for, to stop the dogs. So. Alright, guys. Hey, sister. What you doing, sister? What doing, sister? Where's the rabbit, sister? Alright, guys. Y'all have a good night. We're going to finish up everything we got going on. Talk to y'all later.